Welcome to KetoMealsAndRecipes.com. Today's a really special day for me because it's the 4th anniversary of the launch of my YouTube channel, and a little plug for myself, it's my birthday today. To celebrate both of these special milestones, I'm so happy to share with you my absolutely favorite keto neutral cocktail, my version of a chocolate martini. There's a little story behind this martini. This version is adapted from one of my friends, Sarah Ann, who served it at a very special occasion party she hosted. The chocolate for the chocolate martini she served that evening came from a chocolate fountain, and real cream was used, as well as alcohols. I'm not sure which alcohol she used that evening, so I'm improvising. This recipe will make 2 generous martinis, and the macronutrient ratio for the chocolate martini is 11:1, with 8.3 grams of total carbs, 2 grams of dietary fiber, resulting in 6.3 grams of net carbs per martini. This version is thick and creamy and very smooth and chocolatey. And if you want to make it as creamy as mine, you will need to have on hand some of my sugar-free Bailey's Irish cream, which was posted in the previous video, and the Parisian Hot Chocolate that I made a while ago. And if you're wondering, I will post the links to the sugar-free Bailey's and the Parisian Hot Chocolate, as well as the link for the printable recipe for this chocolate martini in the description below, so check it out there. Now let's make the chocolate martini. To make it easier to pour, I will use a large measuring cup for this martini, but if you prefer and have one on hand, you could also use a cocktail tumbler. Now, begin by pouring the heavy cream into the measuring cup, then pour in the sugar-free Bailey's, drop in the Parisian Hot Chocolate sauce, and a really good quality plain vodka. And if you're using a plain vodka, also add your pure vanilla. Alternatively, if you can find or have on hand, you could use vanilla flavored vodka instead of the plain vodka and vanilla. Either of these two will work perfectly. Then, using a whisk, thoroughly stir and combine all the ingredients into a homogeneous mixture. Because this martini is made with homemade Bailey's and I don't want to dilute this, I would strongly recommend that you cover the measuring cup with cling wrap and put it into your freezer for about 30-45 minutes. You want the chocolate martini mixture completely chilled before pouring. And I would really not recommend pouring this over ice cubes or shaking it in a tumbler with ice. And the reason is because if you use ice and some of it melts into the martini, it will dilute the viscosity and change the texture. It won't be as thick and creamy. So just put your martini mixture into the freezer to chill. And in the meanwhile, while the martini is chilling, I'm going to take a moment and make a chocolate ganache. And to make the ganache, all you have to do is melt some unsweetened chocolate and unsalted butter. Or, alternatively, you could use some of your Parisian Hot Chocolate, which you've allowed to chill a little bit and thicken up, as I'm doing in this video. Stir it really well and put it into a piping bag. Then get your martini glass. Starting at the bottom and in the center, squeeze out the chocolate and swirl it around in concentric circles inside the glass. Then once you've decorated both of your glasses, put the 2 glasses into the refrigerator until you're ready to pour your chocolate martini. My chocolate martini mixture has been chilling for 30 minutes and I'm ready to pour. So I'm going to get my glasses and carefully pour the martini mixture into the center of the glass so I don't disturb the chocolate. Because this is a very special occasion, as I said, both our 4th anniversary and my birthday, I'm going to do another little extra step, and I'm going to garnish my martini with a sprinkle of chocolate shavings, as well as some edible gold dust. As I mentioned, this is my version of a chocolate martini, and I like it because it's much thicker and richer and has a very distinct chocolatey taste while still being a martini. This version is quite different than what you get in the bars because they usually just make it with 3 or 4 alcohols. But I do hope you give my 4th anniversary version a try. I really love to hear from you, and please share your thoughts about what you think of this martini. And the very next video I will be posting will use some of my sugar-free Bailey's Irish cream as an ingredient to make a really good dessert. I'm looking for inspiration, so if you have any other suggestions for either cocktails or desserts that would use sugar-free Bailey's Irish cream as an ingredient, please leave me a comment in the description below. And if you liked my chocolate martini video and would like to support my channel, please subscribe Turn on your notification bell to all, and like and share with a friend. Your word of mouth is the best advertising I can get. And most of all, please come back when I post my next video. In closing today, I would like to thank each and every person who has taken the time to watch any of my videos, and a very special thank you to all of my subscribers and those of you who have become personal friends. This channel could not have grown and survived 4 years without your support. Now it's time to enjoy this martini with a toast dedicated to all of you. May 2021 be a happier, healthier, and more prosperous year for all of us. Cheers!